Great to have you two on a stage. Maybe first, a question to you, Sonia. Bridgestone is an international industrial and retail company, of course. Its HQ is in Japan. Why investing in VC in Europe?
Yeah, thank you, Marjorie, for the question, and good afternoon, everybody. So I would say the innovation is really in the DNA of the company. So Bridgestone, Japanese company, since its setup in 1930. Back to 2017, we shifted our strategy from being traditional tire manufacturer to a leader in tire and rubber, providing solutions for safe and sustainable mobility. And so we started by partnering with several startups in Europe, where we found great companies in terms of digital mobility. And by the time to accelerate the pace, it became obvious that we should invest in venture capital. And then we met Iris Capital, we met Curt, JD, and others. And also we met other funds, I would say. We benchmarked the European market, so it was really choice of Iris Capital. What we liked very much with Iris Capital is that they offered us, I would say, first comprehensive coverage regarding Europe in terms of scouting, and especially in our biggest markets in Europe, that is to say Germany and France. So this was very interesting for us. Second, I would say also the digital ecosystem and the mobility ecosystem, which was our aim, I would say, regarding this investment, first aim. And third, of course, the team and the fit. And the interaction was very good. And I would say, unlike other funds where you are one LP like the others, you have these meetings where, you know, the fund gives you all the deal flow they have, and that's it. Here, we felt that we could have a more customized relationship. And also for this reason, we chose Iris Capital for our investment. So mainly for these three reasons.
Wow, so I do understand that you actually been able to manage to build a close relationship together. But what is the day-to-day basis of this work and processes?
It's a lot of exchange. So it's we exchange on an ongoing basis with a lot of people in Bridgestone, and it's very simple. It's very very direct relationship. People pick up their phone and speak to one another, send each other emails. So yeah, very easy relationship. And then of course, on a regular basis, we go really deep dive on a every 2 months or so. We bring together, and we're very lucky that Bridgestone invests all of that energy. A group of 20, 30 people get together from all the parts of Bridgestone, all the business units, all the different departments in the group, and we sit together. We go over fantastic startups that we have met. We discuss them, exchange on the trends, and it's a two-way dialogue that's super enriching as well for us. Yeah.
Communication's key, apparently.
Yeah, it's all about the personal relationships, yeah, and the contact, and we've been able to make a real extension of each other's organizations. It's a real super partnership.
But do you guys had any surprises along the road, like initiatives that they weren't planned in the first place?
Well, what surprised me most is where innovation is going in a large group like Bridgestone. So we involve all parts of the business. So it's of course about tires, manufacturing plants, and building tires, but it's also about retail. Retail is of course digital is transforming the whole retail experience, but it's also HR. It's also supply chain. And we see people within Bridgestone that are thirsty for that innovation, who are also very close to themselves, to the digital ecosystem. But we come in and enrich that relationship. And what we want to do is promote the direct link between large corporates and startups within our ecosystem, portfolio companies, but also startups at large.
So Sonia, I'm quite curious because, of course, obviously, at first you were reaching out to Iris Capital and VCs for more, better ideas when it comes to investing in the mobility sector. Of course, you originated from, but now mobility is a lot of different things. Mobility is also about communication. It's about last mile delivery. It's about reducing time. It's a lot of different challenges that the mobility ecosystem as itself does address those days. So, have you changed a little bit from what you were looking for in the very first place, too?
Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. So as Curt explained, we started by digital mobility and it ended up by investigating all kinds of topics. So yeah, retail, IT, recycling, etc. And so the way we do this innovation, I would say, is a lot of learnings for us. When you have these senior leadership meetings, of course, everybody is about innovation, safeness. Of course, everybody is willing, to say, yeah, okay, we test and learn, startups, ecosystem, big corporates enabling the smart new companies. The reality is a little bit different, and let me explain to you. So, what we do after these meetings with Iris Capital. We ask our managers basically for the startups they like to do proof of concepts. So we make sure that we do not have just people attending a meeting and then going to the next one, but really to support the startup to make something and to enable them basically to enhance their business. And so first year we had some proof of concepts, which was very good. Probably not too many, and so we said, okay, why are not you taking more? And the people said, I don't have budget. So okay, let's find a solution. So after the first year, we freed some budget, and there is no excuse. Now we have the budget. You have to commit on a timeline and on a dedicated person to make the proof of concept, because we want by this partnership to really foster the innovation inside the company. Mm-hmm. It's not only a matter of financial return. The financial return, I would say, we are very comfortable about it. It's more about strategic return for us. And so after this, we had more proof of concepts, but still, it's a journey. And let me share with you one true story about this. And I like very much the comment of the CFO of Forto regarding the culture of failure. So there is one company with a great concept among Iris Capital portfolio, and Curt will talk about them. And so we wanted to have a proof of concept with this company, and we had several meetings with our professional people, operationals, and they said, yeah, it's lovely, it's good, it will work, it's really outstanding. And we said, why you don't want to start something somewhere? Mm-hmm. Are you afraid that it fails, that are not good enough? And the person, true story, said, no, my problem is that if it's successful, everybody will want it and we will have to scale it, and I'm scared about it. And so, okay, we said, okay, that's a journey, so let's start by the pilot and then let's see how to scale and how to give you more resources to make it happen. So this is clearly transformation. Mm-hmm. For us. And Iris Capital is key in this setup with the startup ecosystem, and also, I would say, with the right scouting they are bringing us.
Well, actually, Curt, I'm dying to know more about this very example. We won't ask for any name out there, but still, I mean, a lot of the process on the multi-corporate funds and initiative is definitely to help those projects being, taken step by step.
I mean, these are very concrete, very concrete. Yeah, it's all about getting results for the startups, getting results for Bridgestone. So, concrete examples is at BrainCube. We were lucky to have invested in this fantastic company, which is bringing artificial intelligence to the manufacturing plant in order to optimize the processes that often are already super optimized. Mm-hmm. And here at BrainCube, we started with a proof of concept at an aircraft tire plant in Belgium, and really building a sort of dashboard to monitor the manufacturing, and that was a fantastic first step. Next step, rolling it out to manufacturing plants. So the next step is now a rollout into a second plant in Poland, where it will be all about optimizing production and getting to higher returns on the production plant. Another example is a tiny company that we backed in seed stage, a company called Monk. Also artificial intelligence. They detect damages on cars. They're able to do visual inspections of pictures. And there, Bridgestone, through their retail brands, Speedy, First Stop, are one of the leaders in Europe and in the world for car repair. And they're very, very pragmatically, we launched an app for Speedy to do car inspection using artificial intelligence. So it's really about bringing technology to real life, to real business, and drive performance. And for a company like Monk, when we invested, we're 4 people. I think there are probably 14, 15 today. It's an access to market to large partners that would be inconceivable, despite their groundbreaking technology, without that relationship. And we have lots of other cases. A totally different case is Virtuo. So Virtuo, certainly all the people in France here probably should know about this mobile-only digital car rental experience. And that's a company that's scaling fantastically in France, but now all over Europe. And here, Bridgestone has been able to provide us a fleet-based solution to accompany Virtuo all over Europe and enable them to scale super fast. And this is the type of attention that startups never get.
Wonderful. Looking at the future, Sonia, what key innovation will change Bridgestone's business in the next years?
Okay, so here, I'm sorry, I don't have any scoop for you.
Oh, wow.
But still, so what we see is that we have 3 game changers that are really shaping the mobility arena. Electrification and electric OEMs. I'm not talking only about the traditional ones, but also new players that will be competing with Tesla in the future. And so we see these companies coming with new needs, and we are investing a lot in order to be able to address these kind of new services, I would say, in the market. What we see also is digitization regarding fleet management, telematics. We invested 2 years ago in Web Fleet Solutions, which is telematics company. So to have what we call the smart car, basically. And third, of course, and Iris Capital started with this today, is sustainability. So today we are looking also with Iris Capital to all the companies in the market, the new ones that are working on recycling materials, new materials, and we see it not only as like a trend, but it's really there, and we are working on this from our side.